What's up everybody, it's Sean here, and I'm back today to give you a review of the Wales Bonner Adidas Samba Nylon in this desert white colorway. This is part of the spring and summer 2024 collection between Wales Bonner and Adidas. Already having a vast library of past collaborations, Grace Wales Bonner is back, releasing a collection of footwear and apparel, including 2 pairs of the Adidas Samba. So these released on May 21st, and they retailed for a price of $180 or $230 here in Canada. And while this shoe is nicknamed Desert White, according to the Adidas Canada website, the official colorway for this shoe is Supplier Color, Wonder White, and Ash Blue. And alongside this colorway, they also dropped a white and blue pair as well. That one I believe sold out a bit faster than these ones, as it has a bit more of that classic Samba look, but this pair is no slouch either. So this entire collection was inspired by the legacy of East African runners. So you'll see a lot of very unique touches on these shoes, paying homage to the spirit of the marathon. So first things first, here's a quick look at the packaging. So this comes in a dark gray colored cardboard box. We have the Adidas 3 stripe, which cuts across diagonally, and we have Adidas and Wales Bonner branding found on the sides of the box as well. As far as the shoe goes, so jumping right into it, the majority of the upper for this pair is constructed out of nylon instead of traditional leather. So this is done in this beige tone, but overlaid on the toe cap, we have this W-shaped overlay of genuine suede, which is done in this tonal beige color as well. This same genuine suede covers the eyelets of the sneaker, and you'll notice how the top 2 eyelets have this metallic gold circular finish to it. And then beneath this, overlaid on both sides of the mid panel, we have the Adidas 3 stripes. This is crafted out of a textured, heavily debossed leather in this cream color. And then next to this, we have Wales Bonner branding instead of your typical Samba branding. And then covering the remainder of the back of the shoe, we have more of that beige colored nylon. On the very top of the heel, we have more of that textured cream colored leather, and we have a very distinct stitch pattern surrounding the edges of this leather panel. And then running down the center of the heel, we have a brown colored long-haired suede. For the laces, this pair comes with 2 different lace options. The standard lace that they come with is a mixed blue and brown colored lace, which has a bit of a retro flavor to it, but they also come with a cream colored lace as well, with Wales Bonner branding found on the lace tips. Underneath this, we have a genuine leather tongue, which is done in a darker brown color, and this leather here is also heavily textured as well. On the very top of the tongue, we have this rectangular tag with Adidas Wales Bonner branding, and then you'll notice how the outer edges of the tongue is given the same treatment as the heel tab, where we have a very distinct stitch pattern, this time done in black thread instead. The back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is covered in this silky smooth bright blue colored lining, and just like most Adidas Sambas, the collar area of the shoe is pretty minimally padded. And then as far as the insoles go, the insoles are given the same treatment. The top layer is covered in this silky smooth textile in blue, and then pressed onto the heel, we have Adidas Wales Bonner branding found here as well. So the upper of the Samba sits atop this thin rubber cup sole, which is done in the semi-translucent gum rubber finish. And then the outsole of the shoe is pretty much unchanged. This is done in that same gum rubber finish. We have this circular pivot point on the forefoot, along with these nubs running down the back half of the insole, and here you'll find Adidas branding here as well. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And in terms of the sizing for this shoe, so generally speaking, these do run true to size, but they are more on the snug side. So my foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in a size 10 and they fit me, but they are a little bit snug. I feel like in a perfect world, a 10.25, if that existed, would have been ideal. So I'd say that if you have a narrow or a normal width foot, you could go true to size and it should be fine. But anyone else that has a bit of a wider foot, you'd probably be better off going up a half size. The problem that I had was specifically around the toe box. It tapers pretty heavily and it's quite narrow. So I could feel the sides of the shoe causing some pressure on top of my feet. And I can only imagine if I wore these for hours and hours on end, they're probably gonna cause a lot of pain on my feet by the end of the day. Moving on to the comfort, so these feel like any other Adidas Samba, and in my opinion, unfortunately, it's not that comfortable of a sneaker. I know a lot of people swear by the Adidas Samba, but I've never really found them to be comfortable. They feel very low to the ground, very minimalistic, but the padding of the shoe to me is pretty much non-existent. So it feels very firm underfoot, which I guess suits some people. It really comes down to your personal preference. But for me, I would prefer a little bit more padding underfoot. So because of that, I just personally find them to be a little bit uncomfortable. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship, so first off, the material quality I thought was kind of a mixed bag. I'm biased though because the upper of the shoe is predominantly constructed out of nylon. I'm just so used to a leather-based Samba. It gave the shoe a little bit more of a cheaper feel, but the leathers and the suedes that they did give us on this shoe, they did feel like they were good quality. And things like, for example, a genuine leather tongue, that was a bit of a surprise as well. So don't get me wrong, the material quality on this shoe was definitely not poor. I just was thrown off a little bit by the nylon upper. And in terms of the build of the shoe, for the most part, it was really, really good. The stitch job was really good. The overall build of the shoe seemed fine. My pair just had some minor glue stains along the toe box of one of my feet, but I'm gonna chalk that up to bad luck. Other than that, the rest of the shoe was flawless. So I can only imagine that for most people, more likely than not, you're gonna have a flawless pair. So with all that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, I'll lace them up for you, and I'll show you guys how these look. All in all, this is a solid, unique take on the Adidas Samba. Does it reinvent the wheel? No. But if you're looking for a Samba, which keep in mind is an extremely popular silhouette right now, but if you're looking for something that's a little bit different than something you'd see at a Foot Locker, for example, this would be a very unique pair to rock. I'm not a huge Samba guy myself, but I appreciate the details, the colorway of this shoe, so I think Wales Bonner and Adidas did a great job on both colorways of the Adidas Samba. So leave your thoughts down below, let me know what do you guys think about this pair? Between this one and the white and blue, which of the two colorways do you prefer? And did you grab these earlier this month? Did you take an L or did you just pass on them altogether? As usual, if you guys enjoy this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this review, and I'll catch all of you in my next video.